Hey guys, today I want to talk about menstrual cups and some of the tips that I have learned over the years of using them. So there's variations in cups, as in the length, and this all depends on whether you have a high set cervix or a low set cervix. And there's also the flexibility of a cup, and also the rim. There are thin rims and there are thick rims, and so it all is personal preference. This is my ruby cup that I just cleaned. So there are little holes, this one has 4 around the top. These can get gunk in them sometimes, but not to be feared. Normally when I'm cleaning out in the sink in between changing it out, if you fill it up with water and you place it flat against your hand, press it like this, the water has to be forced out through these holes, and that gets a lot of the stuff. But if you go and you boil it and you notice, there's some kind of stuff in there, my trick is get a safety pin. A paper clip. A paper clip, and the size of this is almost just perfect. And then you can just very delicately get in there and kind of push it through. So I use the same swirl method that I've talked about in my tampon tips video if you're having trouble inserting it, because obviously trying to shove dry things into your vagina doesn't feel the best. Just like with tampons, because you're on your period, there is stuff around the opening of your vagina, and that is perfect lubricant for getting whatever device it is into your vagina. So with tampons or with this, I just take it, I swirl the tip of it around the opening of my vagina, which then picks up, this may sound gross, but it's not, it picks up some of that fluid, which then really helps it slide in easier without any friction from the material of whatever device you're using. Now the method I use, the routine I suppose, that I go through to make sure it's in there just right. Once it's in there and it's open, I'll pull down on it ever so slightly, and then I will twist and push it back up, and then I'll just kind of wiggle it around, which helps it settle into place. You don't want to feel it, you don't want to feel the stem jabbing into the side of your vagina. But if you do feel it, the stem, either it is not in right, you need to get it up and further, or you have a low set cervix and therefore you need to trim off a little bit of the stem. Now, I don't suggest just trimming off the stem right away. Put it in, try to weigh it around, because once you trim the stem off, you can't get it back. And you can trim the stem of any of these with just a regular pair of scissors, which is pretty great. Try to trim it smoothly so there's no jagged edges. Just be kind to your lady bits. For me, since I have a higher set cervix, if I leave it in there for say a period of 8 to 10 hours when I'm sleeping, it will sometimes wiggle its way up a little bit further than normal. I always go in and check on things with this pointer finger, and then I'll see if I can very easily get in there and grip it with my thumb. But sometimes it's pushed up against the side of my vaginal wall. So what I do with this finger, pry open the side of it and I'll push it back to the center of the vagina so I can grip it. That may not have made any sense, but use this finger as a guiding finger to move the stem to where you can grab it if need be. In our first year of dating, we went to Michael's family's cabin, and I was on my period, and the day we were getting ready to leave, he was like, "Oh, by the way, it is only an outhouse. There is no actual bathroom." If you're in a situation where you're just in a bad situation, you're how am I ever gonna use this thing? What I did for that entire trip was I would take a bottle of water in with me, and this would allow me to kind of rinse out the cup as well as my hands, since there was no sink in there, and so I didn't walk out with blood all over my hands to go wash it in the house. And this also works in public restrooms. All right, guys, those are the tips that I have for you right now. Ask me any questions you have down below about menstrual cups. Anything at all, I'll answer as best as I can. And then do not forget to subscribe for more menstrual magic videos such as this one. And until next time, I'll see you guys. Bye.